Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net. This is video one of a four-part series. This is talking about the importance of dates and how this can play into you making a seven-figure surplus funds business. Now let's start in this first video of four regarding the importance of dates. If you see a rights of survivorship deed, in other words, the deed stipulates the deed holders have rights of survivorship or right of survivorship, the ownership is frozen in place as far as the court is concerned at the point of foreclosure. If the deed says right of survivorship and an owner dies or died before the foreclosure, the deceased ownership, the one that died, transferred to the survivor before the foreclosure hit. There's no need to open a probate file. The surviving deed holder gets all the surplus. They were the sole owner at the time of the foreclosure because they had rights of survivorship. The court will only require a death certificate, easy peasy. If, however, the spouse died after the foreclosure and they were still married, the deceased's ownership didn't pass before the foreclosure. Again, everything's frozen in time at the point of foreclosure. As a result, the surviving spouse doesn't get it all. Let's break this down in examples, guys, to help you understand this a little bit better with the following information. Let's assume the last deed holder prior to the foreclosure sale was listed as John and Melissa Smith, joint tenants with rights of survivorship. They had no kids together, but John had two kids from a previous marriage. The foreclosure was January the 1st at 2:15 p.m. This is important. January the 1st, 2:15 p.m., 2025. In example one, John died at January 1st at 2:14 p.m. That's when it was recorded. It's listed as a death certificate, 2:14 p.m., 2025. In other words, he died before the foreclosure hit. If Melissa's alive, she's the sole person entitled to the surplus. Children have no claim because it goes from one tenant, joint tenant with rights of survivorship to the other without regard to heirship. The only thing that'll be required is a death certificate showing John died prior to the foreclosure and the deed said rights of survivorship. Example two. John died on January 1st at 2:16 p.m. Okay, remember, foreclosure was at 2:15 p.m., and that's it listed 2:16 p.m. on the death certificate of 2025, right? January 1st. John was alive at the point of foreclosure, so that is frozen in time. Melissa gets 50% of the surplus funds in most states. I don't know why I put plus there. It's surplus funds in most states. And a portion of the other 50% split with John's kids because he died after. Okay. It's frozen in time. He died after the foreclosure. Dates are important, guys. Now, listen, I'm going to be doing a series. There's going to be 4 videos in this series talking about the importance of dates. As a result, what you're going to want to do is subscribe to the channel. You're also going to want to save this video in your watch later file on YouTube. That will help you remember where it was. And I will give a link. I will change this video. Once we load up video 2, there'll be a link at the end of this that will also take you to video 2 so you can watch the next one. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.